From Burundi royalty to the streets of Paris, the story of Princess Esther Kamatari is one of resilience, transformation, and empowerment. A princess turned supermodel, Esther's journey defies the odds and challenges the norms of both royalty and fashion. Who is Esther Kamatari, and what makes her story unique? Stay tuned as we dive into her extraordinary life and the challenges that shaped her destiny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications on our latest updates. Let's get started. Esther Kamatari, born on November 30th, 1951 in Bujumbura, is a writer, model, and exiled Burundian princess. Esther, the daughter of Prince Ignace Kamatari, grew up in Burundi as a member of the royal family. She was educated at l'École nationale d'administration du Burundi. She grew up surrounded by tradition and prestige, a life full of duty to her people. Burundi, a small country in East Africa, was once a powerful kingdom with a deep cultural and royal heritage. Esther was part of this legacy, raised with the values of leadership, duty, and humility. Following independence in 1962, the king was overthrown in a military coup d'etat, and the monarchy was abolished in 1966. Esther's life took a tragic turn when her father, Prince Ignace Kamatari, was assassinated in 1964 when she was just 13 years old. Esther described this moment as a turning point in her life. Reflecting on this traumatic experience, she stated, "When I saw my father die, I realized how you can lose everything in 1 second." Her father's stature as a respected prince and beloved figure among the people made his murder all the more devastating. Esther recalled, "He used to be the prince, the huge man. Everyone respected him, children loved him, and he was murdered." This profound loss instilled in her a determination to never return to the country that took her father from her. 8 years later, her uncle, the king of Burundi, was killed, marking the fall of the monarchy in 1972. With the royal family stripped of its power, Esther made a fateful decision. She bought a one-way ticket to Paris, using her university tuition. Her royal title had become meaningless in Burundi, and she sought to start a new life far from the political violence. With her world crumbling, Esther made a decision that would change her life. Esther moved to Paris, a city she knew only from photos of the Eiffel Tower. Leaving Burundi was undoubtedly difficult, but Esther was somewhat prepared for this drastic lifestyle change. Her father instilled in her the values of humility and empathy during her upbringing. He often emphasized the importance of understanding different social realities by walking to school with children whose parents did not own cars. "We used to go together on foot because my father would say, 'Their parents don't have a car, so you have to walk with them, and then you can understand what their life is,'" Esther explained. "That's humility," she added. However, upon arriving in Paris, Esther quickly realized that the world's perception of royalty starkly contrasted with her understanding. "Some people have asked me, 'Are you a real princess?' Because people don't think in Africa we used to have kingdoms and empires," she noted. She observed that many viewed Africa through a narrow lens of stereotypes. In the minds of some people, Africa is slaves. It's dirty, it's nothing. Esther emphasized that being a royal is not solely about wealth, but also about duty, education, and leading by example. Esther's journey to becoming France's first black model was deeply influenced by both her royal status and the openness of the fashion industry during the 1970s. The fashion world's interest in new, diverse spaces worked to Esther's advantage, allowing her to become the first black model in France. Esther leveraged her HRH title to break into the fashion elite, securing work with renowned fashion houses such as Lanvin, Paco Rabanne, Pucci, and Jean-Paul Gaultier. These designers were known for pushing boundaries in fashion, and Esther's presence on the catwalk challenged prevailing norms of beauty, making her a trailblazer for future generations of models of color. Despite her title opening doors, Esther was aware that she stood out due to her race. In her words, the princess could be black or blue or crocodile, signaling how her uniqueness challenged the fashion world's conventions at the time. A particularly notable moment in her career was landing a spread in an American high society magazine, a space usually reserved for blonde with blue eyes models. This achievement was not merely about her appearance, but about redefining beauty standards in a traditionally exclusive industry. However, Esther's journey wasn't without its difficulties. As she candidly expressed in interviews, her early years in Paris were marked by struggle. "When you're young, you don't think you work," she once remarked, highlighting how her drive to survive left little room for considering the impact she was having as a Black woman in a predominantly white industry. Inclusivity in the 1970s fashion world had its limits. Makeup for Black models was often unavailable, and Esther had to rely on the products of her white friends. But Esther's focus was on work rather than appearances. She quoted, "When you look at your face in the mirror, you don't see that you're Black or white or pink, whatever. It's you." Her determination helped her push through the racial barriers of the time. Esther saw fashion as a platform to celebrate inclusivity. By 2010, her career had come full circle. She became involved in Culture and Creation, a fashion show held in France that sought to promote diversity and inclusion by bringing together models from 40 different nationalities. In this role, Esther used her experience to train young models, sharing the lessons she had learned about resilience, professionalism, and the importance of breaking down barriers. In 2004, Esther sought a new path, one that would allow her to serve her country of origin. She announced her candidacy for the presidency of Burundi under the Abahuza Party, whose name means bringing people together. One of her priorities as a presidential candidate was to bring the monarchy back to Burundi and bring stability to a nation torn by political unrest. While her bid for the presidency was ultimately unsuccessful, Esther's message was clear. Her life was dedicated to serving others, and she wanted to show the people of Burundi women, especially young women, that nothing is impossible. Reflecting on the state of her homeland, she remarked, "To go back to the monarchy, I don't think it's possible now because everything was destroyed. My parents were fighting for the people, the good of the people. But today, people are fighting for money, for something else." Little did Esther know at the time, but she didn't need to return to Burundi to make a significant impact in the world. She didn't even need to reinstate the monarchy to be seen as an influential royal. Esther's unsuccessful bid in the presidential election paved the way for another opportunity. Esther was invited to join the Royal Bridges Society. Royal Bridges is an exclusive society founded in 2016, designed for artists and patrons from royal or noble households around the world. The organization aims to challenge the traditional belief that royalty cannot engage in artistic pursuits, which was once considered inappropriate for those of noble lineage. Esther's connection with Royal Bridges began when she met Henri Estramet, who played a pivotal role in connecting her with other royal houses globally. Reflecting on her journey, she stated, "You will always meet someone on a similar path who can further help you." Esther's been an active member since the Society's inception, attending its inaugural event in Dubai. She expressed pride in representing Africa within this global network, stating, "I was very proud to be the first African member of Royal Bridges. After colonization, everybody forgot that we used to have kingdoms. So it was a very big honor for Africa, which I was representing." Through Royal Bridges, she's met numerous royals and artists, fostering connections that allow for cultural exchange and collaboration. Using her platform within Royal Bridges, Esther promotes various causes close to her heart. One of her primary initiatives is supporting the Royal Drummers of Burundi, a UNESCO-listed heritage performance that dates back to the royal court's history. During her visit to Mali, Esther witnessed the challenges faced by vulnerable communities that inspired the establishment of the Foundation of Princess Kamatari of Burundi in 2019. The humanitarian organization focuses on various initiatives aimed at empowering women and children, promoting education, and addressing environmental issues, particularly in Mali. Reflecting on her mission, Esther stated, My wish today is for the royal houses around the world to join my foundation and help me help others. She emphasized the importance of unity and support across diverse backgrounds by adding, because you're black, you're blue, you are crocodile, it doesn't matter. We need people to give a hand to help others. Through her foundation, she seeks to foster collaboration and create sustainable solutions that uplift communities in need. Her story serves as an inspiration for many, illustrating that no matter the challenges faced, one can rise above and make a meaningful impact in the world. What do you think about Princess Esther's incredible journey and her ongoing efforts? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories. See you in the next video.